I get home from work and there's this massive 50-pound cooler of meat that my grandfather sent to me very sweetly as a nice gesture of like, this is your first job, you don't have any money yet. And I was like, what the am I supposed to do now? I'm talking steak, sausage, chicken, salmon, clams, like every kind of meat. I don't even know how they fit it into this cooler.
How did I all of a sudden become vegan? And it's funny because people that know me, if you knew me back when, if you knew me in college, if you knew me growing up, all this other stuff, like, you knew the things that I love to eat. I was self-proclaimed chicken wings is my favorite food.
That's how I went vegan. That's my transition to vegan. I transitioned to vegan over 6 months or so. The hardest thing for me to give up was cheese, to be perfectly honest. I loved cheese. You don't understand. I loved cheese.
I went vegan on January 1st, 2016. So I just hit my year mark. And before this, I was eating a very meat and dairy heavy diet. I was living on my own. I was living in France. We loved meat. We loved dairy.
As I was saying, growing up, I did not grow up in a vegan household at all. I grew up in Arkansas and we ate very southern. Fried chicken was my favorite food. I used to eat steak for my birthday dinners, and I don't know if you've ever been to the South, or those of you that live in the South, it's very meat and dairy heavy. So my diet was very far from vegan.
Just to set the scene, we weren't raised vegan, let alone vegetarian. We were raised on the standard Western diet. Natasha's background in particular has a huge emphasis on eating meat. If you get out a Lonely Planet guide for Macedonia, it says, Macedonians love their meat. If you want vegetables, go to Romania. And that's on pretty much page 1 of the Lonely Planet Guide. So meat was very much ingrained in both our cultures. And I know that for my 30th birthday, as far back as I can remember, I just had a dream of having my own lamb on a spit. So that pretty much sets the scene as to how we were raised.
Yeah, meat, dairy and eggs flow through our veins just like it does for the majority of people.
For me, I always think about this because people ask me so much. And for me, it's Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Random.
And like a big, juicy filet of steak. I can miss the taste and just never really have that like bloody taste, which is gross, but I'm human. I like it. I grew up in Texas.
Everything I ate had like this much cheese on it, this much cheese on it.